What makes Chicago culture different from every other city?
What makes Chicago culture different?
Because everything starts from here. I'm sorry. I'm
I
answering your
mean, that
question. My
is
bad.
true. Makes our culture different. I would have to say, like he said, we the created a lot of things here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It ain't New York. It ain't L.A.
It's a lot of things. Our food is fire. You know what I'm saying?
Can't get it nowhere else.
Nowhere. Our streets are different. Our structure is different. You know what I mean? Man, we the pioneers of a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. What's your long-term vision for Chicago Unfiltered?
My long-term vision, man, I want to turn this into big media platform.
Mm-hmm.
It's my plans. You know, community interviews, regular interviews, documentaries, short films, merchandise. And my main goal, like I said, is to be Channel 32 or some shit like that.
Where did you get the idea to say, I want to start me a platform and make this about basically uniting people and bringing them together? And
Because that's how I feel in my heart.
yeah,
And I feel like I owe it to my community. And if not my, you know what I'm saying, I could reach the whole city. I had to be loved, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I feel, you know, I'm on the streets, I talk to people. And there's a lot of people that down with the peace, you know what I'm saying? But it just feels like motherfuckers don't want to say it, you know, because you feel like if I say, man, I'm standing for peace, you know, you lose your street credibility and shit like that, respect. You know, that's what I think some people think, you know what I'm saying? And man, come a point you gotta shed your ego, you know what I'm saying? At a certain age too, it just, certain shit don't look right no more.
oh,
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You
Gotta
look
carry
back like
yourself
all of the
different.
shit we was brought up on, this shit was foolishness.
And I mean, honestly, if you not changing, you ain't going through shit in life.
No.
Yep, most definitely.
want different results, do different things.
If you can fix one thing in Chicago tomorrow, what would it be?
I'll fix unity in the city.
That's dope.
Unity.
Mm-hmm.
Unity is, without unity, there's nothing. That's basically, my bad, that's basically what we got out here.
We started the push peace narrative over on the south side. We was going to a lot of different neighborhoods praying. I'm Muslim, so we were going making salat in a lot of different neighborhoods, and within probably like 6 months to a year, the crime rate was down 30%.
Look at that.
But we had over 1,000 people take their shahada to be Muslim. Brandon Johnson, of course, he went on TV and said, I want to thank the city of Chicago for lowering the crime rate in these many years. Never gave it to the people.
And that's what I want to bring. And that's what I mean by like, you know, you got a lot of people talking about the culture. I ain't from the culture, right? I'm not trying to talk to the culture and then come relay the message. I'm trying to make the culture sit next to me and tell you firsthand.
Be the message.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you see on the internet news and it's watered down. It's what they want you to believe. But you don't even know the true story from the people who are living it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's who we need to talk to.
Because they're not going to go in Humble Park and find you.
No.
They going to get Brandon Johnson to go on TV and
Do
say,
his little due diligence of research, what he think happened will make sense to him, and it ain't never gonna make sense to you if you don't if you ain't lived the culture, if you ain't walked through that block, if you don't know the politics in the streets. You know, like I said, I don't know if I said it earlier, but it's a different world when you living in a neighborhood that's governed by gang politics.
Yeah. Because
You know what I'm saying? There's certain shit that just, you know, they're not gonna understand, and even if me telling them that, they not gonna get it. If you ain't lived it, and you ain't been in these shoes, you're not gonna get it.
So when we was younger, we was able to go outside, hoop, ride bikes. I don't know about your neighborhood, but in my neighborhood, I don't see kids playing basketball, baseball, football.
Well, I'm from, you know, in the park on Sundays, you see kids and shit, but it ain't, the vibe has changed, I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? You know, we like to think they safe, but really not, because these kids, the youth now, they don't have respect no more. Before there was unsaid rules and codes. I don't think that should exist no more. Maybe in today's times they have to be said.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
That's what I'm
everyone is
thinking, you know what I'm saying? Maybe And maybe somebody needs to put them out there. You know what I mean? Like, man,
But
parks off limits.
it
and,
got to be
you
common
know,
sense. You see this late. You see homie with his baby.
Let me tell you something. Common sense ain't so common.
It ain't that common, my brother. I was just gonna say that. Not everybody got common sense, man.
Yeah.
You know, and you got
Sad.
foolish pride. You know,
Sad.
next man trying to get you know, stripes by the next dude who ain't even, you know what I mean?
Ain't even certified.
Right, you know what I
All
mean?
they
So
doing this is
you
for-
looking for recognition for somebody
Right,
who don't even
for
have
propaganda and
recognition.
recognition.
So, you know, it's monkey see, monkey do out there. It always has been in a sense, you know what I mean?
Most
But it's
definitely.
just now there's no structure out there.
We
There's
gotta
no
change the
leadership.
monkey see, monkey do to what we doing.
And that's, you know, that's what it's gonna take, you know.